Dragonheart, released May 31st, 1996 from Universal. Starring Dennis Quaid, David Thewlis, and Sean Connery. Produced by David Rothman and Patrick Reed Johnson. Written by Charles Edward Pugh. And directed by Rob Cohen, who is most well known for directing like the first Fast and the Furious film and Triple X. And made a decent profit at the box office. Made about $115.3 million that I could find anyways. And had about the original budget was $25 million when they started, but it went over budget with all the special effects and stuff to $50 million. Believe it or not, $5 million I think it was went towards a huge puppet that they were going to use. They only use little snippets of it in the actual film that Stan Winston made. The guy made like the alien creature and stuff like that, and Predator and all that. So yeah, and the studio's like, nope, CGI. We get CGI. Yeah. All right, Dragonheart. Basically, this follows. It starts off with a king and a queen who has a real ill child, who they go seek a dragon and get to give some of his heart to save their child, and he grows up being an immortal and trying to take over the kingdoms. Typical fantasy medieval story. But yeah, anyways, and so Draco the dragon wakes up and teams up with a knight to help slay the immortal king who has betrayed him. And played by Dennis Quaid, he plays the knight. Overall, this film is very humbling. There's a lot of funny, humorous parts into it. Some of the side characters are a little underdeveloped, though. They definitely cut out a lot to make them more family friendly than having more like relationships and stuff like that. So most of them are like almost like throwaway characters in a slasher film. They're there, they're amusing. Some of them they don't really have a point to the story, so it gets a little jumbled in there. And they don't really progress the story that much well. So, but the main characters that you follow anyways are obviously likable and stuff like that. Dennis Quaid's an interesting choice for this role because I know from some of my research that the role was written for Harrison Ford and he turned it down, I think. But yeah, he does a good job in this film as well. Dennis Quaid does. And obviously, Sean Connery does a great job doing the voice acting for the dragon. And so overall, the special effects in this are actually pretty good. Most of it still stands up today. Like some of the day shots, kind of like you can tell and see some of the lines and stuff. But overall, it's still pretty decent stuff. So I watched this on Blu-ray release, and it still stands up. So pretty good. Yeah, so there's a lot of random humorous parts in this that have no point to the story, though. And I think that's the big downfall, is they kind of like chopped it up a little too much. Yeah, so pacing's okay, the editing's fine, but it's just the way they put it together at the end that it doesn't bring the whole full story out. And you're kind of just sitting there like, well, okay, that guy was there, and that. So overall, though, it's a decent film, fun to revisit every once in a while. I wouldn't watch it over and over again, but they do have 3 sequels, which I'm not going to review anytime soon. So, this is a good little throwback to like when I was young and watching all these random movies. So, yeah, it was good. It's a good little throwback. Decent, but not perfect. If I was going to rate this, I'd probably give this a 3.5. Only because the characters are pretty underdeveloped, and it's your typical box office smash. Well, box office like success story, and basically tailor-made to a mainstream audience, where the more fantasy lovers would probably want more character investment in the stories than anything else, which is what I was looking for, and I didn't get. I got more of a Avengers type, quick shove everything in there and try to please everyone type film. So, yeah, 3.5 from me. Just link down below if you can't remember the film, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So check it out. And my Instagram's linked down below as well, and where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I'm pretty far behind on it, but I'm getting there. So make sure you follow me there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because you never know what the hell I'm going to talk about next, because I'm not giving clues anymore. I failed horribly. Like 3 days ago, I said I was going to talk about this, and now I'm finally talking about it. Yeah. Like this video. Share it if you really want to. Comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what you thought. Did you agree or disagree with me? I'd love to hear about it. And if you have other films that you want me to review in the future and hear my opinions on, comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can. So, yeah, well, Dragonheart was fun. Heartwarming. I'm looking for something depressing now. So, well, at least quarantine's lightening up. Time to bring on super dark evil stuff, I think. So, I'll see you in the next review.